You are my friends. If you do what I command you, love one another. What is a friend? A friend is someone so close to you, someone you love, someone you trust. A friend is a person you'd like to be with all the time. A friend is someone you can confide in, knows all your secrets, and loves you as you are. A friend is a person who doesn't care about anything else. He or she can talk straight with you and say any kind of things to you, and still you accept it because you are friends. A friend is someone that is always beside you in times when you are feeling low, when you are sad, when you are burdened with all kinds of problems and crises in your life. A good friend is always there beside you, always ready to be there with you. It's a person who you like to go out with for a meal, and it's a person that you just like to be with all the time. And when you have a good friend, that is a real blessing, because a friend is hard to find. When you have a friend that loves you, accepts you, and does care about you, and knows all your secrets, and accepts you as you are, that is a blessing. And this is what Jesus calls us today. He calls his friends, his disciples, you are my friends. You are my friends. And he has shared all his secrets, the secrets of the Father, with his disciples. In all faith traditions, in all religions of the world, no God has dared to call their subject friend. No God. It is only Jesus. It is only God who calls his disciples friends. That is the amazing thing. In the Old Testament, God referred to Abraham as God's friend. In the New Testament, Jesus calls his disciples friends. That is the amazing thing about Christianity. No other world religion, no other God calls their subjects a friend. Only God, only Jesus. He wants us to be his friend because he wants us to go and show this love, this friendship with everyone else. Because, as Paul reminds us in today's second reading, God is love. And he wants us to share this love, who is God, with one another. And this is how Jesus had planned to spread this message throughout the whole world, that the life of God in Jesus, that Jesus came to reveal to us, that we are to show to others making them friends, making them relate to us as equals, that people can confide in us, that people can trust us, that people can have a relationship with us on an equal basis. In our first reading today, Peter, you have to read the whole text to understand this text from the first reading, because Peter has been shown by an angel to go and accept Cornelius, who is a Roman soldier, to accept him into the faith. Peter was having a hard time with this, to accept non-Jews to become disciples of Jesus. God had to work somehow to convince Peter it's okay to accept Cornelius. The angel of the Lord had also appeared to Cornelius and tell him to go and meet Peter. So when Cornelius came to meet Peter, as we hear in today's first reading, the first thing he did was to kneel down and bow before Peter. And Peter immediately held his hand. No, this is not how it works. You are my friend. I am not your God. We are both humans. Peter understood what Jesus called them. You are my friends. Love one another as equals. And so Cornelius and his whole family was baptized into the faith. And that is how Christianity spread, going beyond the borders of race, culture, no barriers. We are all brothers and sisters, friends in Jesus Christ. And if the faith in Jesus were to spread, it was going to be spread through this friendship relationship that Jesus has called his disciples into. And that is why for Jesus to leave the greatest gift with us, his body and blood in the Eucharist, that he becomes part of our life, that he becomes intimately connected in relationship with us, changing us, forming us through the Eucharist to become friends with God and friends with one another. That is why in the beginning of Mass, I thought it was important for us to shake hands and to greet each other. We are no strangers in God's house. We come here as equals, as friends. Let us not treat each other as strangers. We are all brothers and sisters. Whether you've been here from the beginning of this parish or you're just a newcomer, there are no second citizens as Christians. We are all brothers and sisters. And to see each other as friends. And this is how God's love is going to spread throughout the whole world when we accept Jesus as our friend and we share this friendship with everyone that we encounter. And this is why I think it's so, I admire you couples who have lived with each other for so long. I think you see each other as a friend, as a good friend, a person that you love to be with all the time. Yes, you have your disagreements, you have all these troubles that we all face in relationships. But to remain with each other each day, you have to be creative in trying to bring this love into a relationship where you become friends with one another. You share everything. There's no secret in your relationship. Not supposed to be. You love each other unconditionally. You love each other as you are. And you can be yourself in front of your spouse as a friend. And I believe that's why your love grows deeper each day. God becomes part of your life each day because God is love. And the more you relate with each other each day in love, God becomes part of your life each day, who strengthens this relationship. And you share this relationship with your children, grandchildren, and everyone else. And so we admire you couples for showing this to us, being just a friend that your spouse can trust, that your children can confide in, and that we can embrace as God's love for us. So today, as we reflect on this, I'd like to share with you Father Tom Butler. One of the reasons I'm here in the Diocese of Lansing is Father Tom Butler, who just passed away this week. We're having a funeral for him on Thursday in Hillsdale. After my 3rd-year contract in St. Francis, Ann Arbor, I was ready to go back to Fiji. But he called me and he said, I needed someone to serve for me in St. Anthony in Hillsdale because he could not find any other priest. So I said, well, I'll call my bishop and check on this. So I went down to Hillsdale to cover for this priest, and he became one of my closest friends in the diocese. A priest I can confide in. A priest I trust. A priest I'm just happy to be with. He cracks jokes all the time. He loves to eat, so he takes me out to all the good places around there in Hillsdale. And just to be with him, you know you got a friend. And every time I feel no trouble, feel low, feel sad, feel lonely, I just call him up and he cracks me up, and he's just a joy to be with. And when you are in his presence, you're just a friend. And I'll miss him. So to have a friend like that is just a blessing. And I hope you will find friends like that. A friend who loves you as you are, accepts you with all your good, bad, and the ugly, and yet still loves and cares for you. So today we thank God who has called us his friends and called us to share this friendship with one another. I call you friends if you do what I command you, to love one another. God bless you all.